We're going to take you live now to Wellington, where incoming New Zealand Prime Minister Chris Hipkins is speaking.
To the service of our people and to making it even better. As I take on this role, I want to acknowledge our outgoing Prime Minister, my very good friend, Jacinda Ardern. She's been one of New Zealand's great Prime Ministers. Jacinda provided inspirational leadership through a quick succession of the biggest challenges our country has faced. She gave voice to those often overlooked in times of challenge and purposefully went about doing politics differently. New Zealand is in a much better position compared to most countries, economically and socially, because of Jacinda's leadership and the critical decisions that she made. Jacinda's leadership has been an inspiration to women and girls everywhere. But it's also been a reminder that we've got a way to go when it comes to ensuring that women in leadership receive the same respect as their male counterparts. So on behalf of all New Zealanders, thank you, Jacinda. I take on this job at a challenging time for New Zealanders. COVID-19 and the global pandemic created a health crisis, and now it's created an economic one. And that's where my government's focus will be. While we'll be looking forward, I do want to acknowledge how hard COVID-19 was for the country. Some of the actions we took were amongst the hardest a government can do. We know they had a profound impact on a great many people. Despite the comparatively strong position we're in now, compared with many other countries, the tail of the pandemic still remains with us. Our economic management, however, has left us with record low unemployment, comparatively low levels of government debt, and we're projecting a return to surplus faster than the previous government did after the global financial crisis. But I know that many people in New Zealand, many families, are struggling at the moment. I know that people are worried about paying their grocery bills and paying their mortgages. The globe is now facing a new challenge, a pandemic of inflation. New Zealand's rate of inflation remains below the OECD average, but high global inflation is biting into Kiwi household budgets and families are feeling that pinch. My government will bring a strong clarity, sense of purpose and priority to helping New Zealanders through these tough economic times. Our focus will be on the right now and the bread and butter issues that people care about. Some people, many people, are hurting at the moment, and I want them to know that we are on their side. We'll continue to grow an economy that creates well-paying jobs, that lifts incomes, and creates opportunities for current and future generations. We'll focus on strengthening our core public services that we all rely upon, like health and education. People should feel confident that they can get ahead and create a better life for themselves and their families through their hard work. We know that many things are out of kilter. You shouldn't have to be on a six-figure salary to afford to buy a house, to support your children and to have enough to retire on. Access to those basic needs, access to those basics needs to be extended to all those who are striving for better. We'll continue to tackle the housing crisis so that every New Zealander has a place to call home. Our work to tackle some of the social consequences of the past 3 tumultuous years is starting to bear fruit, but we know we've got more work to do when it comes to re-engaging young people, to supporting people who are experiencing mental health challenges, to tackle the underlying causes of criminal offending, whilst also holding offenders accountable for their actions. As Prime Minister, I will lead a team that's focused and working hard to fix the big issues that so many families and businesses are facing. I know that some New Zealanders feel that we are doing too much, too fast, and I have heard that message. Over the coming week, Cabinet will be making decisions on reining in some programs and projects that aren't essential right now. We will be focused on middle and low-income New Zealanders and the small businesses who are doing it tough to get by. We'll be making decisions on refocusing on some of the most pressing priorities, and also getting some new work underway on policies that will make a real difference to Kiwis over the longer term. New Zealanders understand we cannot do everything, and we certainly can't do everything all at once. They see the global economic pressures that New Zealand is up against. We aren't alone, but we are still in control of our own destiny. To ensure that our team is focused on the commitments I've just outlined, my second task will be to reorganise my cabinet. And I'm proud to have this opportunity to lead a team that's been forged through fire. Within our team, we've got the talent, the experience, and the ideas that New Zealand will need to recover and to thrive. I'll be speaking to my colleagues to confirm a cabinet reshuffle this week, and I expect to make announcements on that next week. But one role that I can announce, however, is who I intend to appoint as my Deputy Prime Minister. I am delighted to announce that I intend to appoint Carmel Sepuloni to that role.